Alrighty, welcome back everybody. It's been a while since I've been here on the YouTube channel. Um, and yeah, so this last long play that I did, absolutely loved it. I spawned into this world without any preconceived plans or anything of what I wanted to do. I just explored around, found this awesome area, and I was like, you know what, this is a sweet area. I'm gonna build myself a little cabin here, and that's exactly what we did. Um, and so let's see, let's do this. So let's go into free cam real quick. And yeah, so here we have it. We've got this nice little cabin right here. We've got this little side shed leading out to a little farm. We've got like the main room upstairs, and then we've got like, the little downstairs area with the kitchen. Um, and yeah, when I was doing this, I kind of rushed the decoration at the end. I made this path, I made this sad excuse of a dock, um, put some bushes around everywhere, and it doesn't look complete. Yeah, I also kind of add this back here. So it looks kind of decorated, but not very decorated. And I did that intentionally. I didn't want the last video to be super long. And so we just kind of were nearing that 3 hour mark. And I was like, you know what? Let's just add a little bit of decoration and then we can hop back into this world and do another long play style video. And at that one, I was like, you know what? Let's change things up. Let's actually do some commentary on it as well. And we can kind of walk through, like how I approach decoration and whatnot. And so, yeah, here we are. So what I'm thinking of doing this episode, and we'll see kind of just where things go and if we have time and see what everything permits. But I think it'd be really fun to build a bridge right here in this area. That'll be superb. We should build an appropriate dock, not this little like looks like somebody just put like some wood panel down, because that's basically what I did. So yeah, so we'll make a new dock. We'll probably have it come from over here, to be honest, and come out like that, just because we're a little cramped right here. I might actually even end up extending the shoreline all the way over there, give myself a little more room to work with. I might take down some of these trees, put some new ones in, change up this backyard area, add some more tools, maybe workshop, maybe put like another shed over here, and maybe like an official mine going down into the side of the mountain right there. And then I really like this greenery I put in right here because this biome, it's awesome, but it's very brown. The ground is brown. It's either coarse dirt or podzol, and so it's a little too brown for my taste. So I think it'd be really fun if we cleaned it up a little bit and added some more greenery and brought it back to life. So first things we're gonna do is we're gonna go to bed. Even though we are in peaceful mode on here, we're still just gonna go to bed. I always forget that the shaders make it seem like it's a lot darker than it is, so we actually can't go to bed yet. So in the meantime, let's go check our resource stock, see what we have. Got quite a bit of wood. Got a decent amount of some stones, and we've got a lot of dirt, and so we got moss blocks. Okay, that's good. Things we don't have is I want to get bones for bone meal, so we can get more moss, or we could just run down into the lush caves because I think adding moss for greenery might be easier than spreading grass, but we'll get some grass to start spreading across over to where we're working, but that's just going to take a long time. So the moss might be a better option there. And I do want more dirt because we're planning on extending out this coastline right there. So let's grab this dirt real quick. Maybe like a moss block, we'll just keep it on us just in case. And I think if I remember correctly, there is a ruined nether portal not too far that way. So we should probably go check and see if that's there because we are in peaceful for long plays. I generally try to do them on peaceful mode just because it's a lot more relaxing. Whoops, didn't mean to switch those. It's a lot more relaxing. And when I do these long plays, that's the whole point. We're just going for nice, chill vibes, having fun, just building some stuff in Minecraft. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go see if that ruined portal's over there. And in addition to that, we might also just go, a little farther away from this area and just dig up a whole ton of grass. Okay, we do have grass right there that can spread. Okay, that's good. I thought it was over there. That's good to know. All right, let's go see if that portal's over there. It should be just right over here, if I remember correctly. I might be thinking of another world, honestly. Oh yeah, there it is. And oh, look, I've already been through it. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm here, I think I remember that I went through it and there was just no bone block anywhere. I was just like, could not find bones to save my life. And so the only other option for bone meal then is going to be composting. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, so the only other option would be a composter, which I think is why I actually built that little composter in the back there, in the back of the little hut we made. So let's give this another little look. Yeah, that's right, because we came right here onto the basalt. We spawned in a basalt delta, and I was like, oh, are you kidding me? This is terrible. Some mushrooms right there. Yeah, because we're not going to find any bone blocks here. And this looks like a massive biome, at least that direction. And it looks like there's a lot to go that direction too. So maybe we just run around for a quick sec. See if it's likely, if we're going to be likely to find any. I don't really have a block to mark where I'm going because I brought torches last time, which was really smart of me. Let's do this. Take that. Maybe I'll just grab a handful of these and use these as my markers as I go. Yeah, there's some more right there. Let's grab these real quick. These will be my makeshift torches because with the shaders they actually glow super well, which is really nice. Oh no. There we go. And we're just gonna have to be conservative with them, you know. And that's okay. We can be conservative with them. Like this one, I'll make them. I'll try to make them a lot more obvious. Like, hey, this is one of my markers. Go this way. I grab some more netherrack. Also, yeah, while I'm here, I'm also planning on doing kind of a more a building series where it's more of like a survival world instead of just a long play. So it'll be, you know, an actual world where I spawn in, and I, you know, kind of just build stuff, and I go through my whole process of, hey, this is what I'm gonna build. This is how I build stuff. This is how I approach it. So it'll be like a more involved long play with a lot shorter episodes. So it's not like a whole long play. And we'll do those. I've started filming the first one. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of the footage for like a whole bunch of the first little projects I've made, but that should come up on the channel soon. And yeah, life's pretty busy right now, so hopefully I can get, you know, one video out a month or every 2 weeks or so. That'd be awesome. We'll just have to see though, because life is pretty crazy. But okay, yeah, we should probably put a marker right here, and then like go that way. But yeah, just because I think that'd be super fun. You know, I just enjoy playing the game, hanging out. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, I just really enjoy playing the game and building stuff, and so I would just love it. Sorry, I'm kind of thinking while I'm speaking. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do that series and to focus more on other builds that I do and whatnot. Okay. I think we're safe to boat off this, but just in case. Also, it's really bright with the shaders on. I actually don't think I have a boat on me, nor do I have wood. That's just dandy. Okay. Let's do this. Let's run back and work on because we didn't really come in here that prepared. So let's head back. We'll work on some of the terraforming around the river. And then after all of that, we can come back in here a little more prepared, and we'll go get some of those bone blocks so we can do some more designing of our world and decorating and whatnot. I'm just going to raise this one up like the other one, so it's obvious. Like, yep, this is where you're going. All right, that's good though. I'm glad I found that blown block. That makes me happy. All right, let's stick these in the inventory. Ooh, we're getting a little lag there. Interesting. So I'm not really sure why. PC should be handling this no problem, but it's all good. Okay, so, oh, we need to get dirt. Yeah, we need a lot of dirt. Okay, we'll do that too. But yeah, so I haven't planned anything for this. This is literally, this is me just coming into this world with no previous plans of what I think I should do, and I'm literally just gonna kind of freestyle it. I think obviously like with some builds, it's really good to plan them out, and then that way you kind of get really good results. But with a lot of other builds, it's kind of fun just to freestyle it. And as you design more builds and spend more time building, you start to get really good at freestyling in general to the point where you're just like, oh yeah, I can just spawn in, and I'm so used to doing technique X and Y and Z that, I don't even have to think about it anymore. I can just spawn into a world and start building, and it'll look good because I'm so used to doing that. And so when it comes to like these small, cottage builds for Longplays, that's kind of where I feel like I've gotten. And you'll even see there'll be times where like I'll build a house and I'll like look at it and I'll be like, doesn't look good. And so I'll tear a part out, redo it, add a block or a new block and whatnot. And so it really just kind of depends. And it's in a sense it's art. You have to step back at you and look at your creations from different angles. And when you do that, you can kind of see it. Sometimes, with bigger builds, it's really helpful to come look at them with a fresh set of eyes, like a day or two later. Like I'll do that, or like I'll be working on a build, and I'll be like, I don't know how I feel about this, and so I'll just stop, and I'll look at it like a day or two later, and I'll be like, oh yeah, you know what? I actually really like that. Like I was working on a build today on a server that I play on with some people I know, and like I built this house and I was like, it just doesn't quite look right, And I've been working on it for like 2-3 days. Yeah, we'll get some more dirt too, because why not? Better to have a lot of dirt than not enough. But I don't want to just like undermine that huge patch. So we'll come up here. And yeah, so I was working on this house, and so I haven't touched it in a couple days, and I went back to it today, and I was like, oh, like it actually looks good. I like where it's at. It was in a very rough shape. It's basically just the walls and the roof were in place. And there was like no texturing or any detail. So I did a little detailing on the roof, and I was like, it still kind of just looks weird. And so I tried, one other thing. I was like, oh, okay, that looks a lot better. And so I'm sure I'll probably look at it, in like a day or two, and I'll be like, let's change this actually. Or I'll look at it and be like, you know what? That actually looks good. Like, we'll keep that. I know for a fact one part of it is I went through like 4 or 5 iterations of the windows. Yeah, I went through several iterations of the windows of the house before I finally got to like a window where I was like, oh, I actually like these windows. And honestly, where they are now, the shape of the windows, like the framing around the windows, I actually like. But the glass in the windows themselves, I don't like. I've gone through a few different color variations, and like I tried like the scaffolding windows where you put the scaffolding in, and it looks kind of like the little like white plus sign that you see in the windows on the glass, and it just didn't match with the colors of the house, and so they're just currently are glass panes. So we might try to do some trap doors or some of those tricks like that to kind of help change up the monotony of just the windows, make them a little more interesting. All right, so that should be enough dirt for a lot of what we want to do. So let's hop back in our boat and head on home. Go to bed. Oh wow, it gets dark really fast. Yeah, and the long plays, I like to use shaders. Just because, we're kind of going for that more chill, relaxing vibe, and the shaders definitely help with that atmosphere. Come actual playtime though, and like when I start doing like this building series, it's just vanilla Minecraft. I won't have any fancy shaders or anything on that, just because I think it's important to be able to build well in vanilla Minecraft. Because if you can build well in vanilla Minecraft, and when you build with shaders, it's going to look really good. Shaders are kind of known for making something look better than it is. It's kind of like, I guess you could call it kind of like a form of makeup, for like a cover up or make something look different than um, what it actually is. And that's no shame to those who make to no shame to those who use makeup at all, but it can change appearances quite a bit. Alrighty, so I kind of want to follow, the curve of this land right here. Yeah, and I might need to honestly and probably take this tree out and cut this back a little bit now that I look at it from this angle. And then we'll go in right here. And it's always good to go in like multiples of, it's like odd numbers, but you include twos, like ones, twos, threes, fives, sevens. So like we did 3 there, we can do 3 here. And then we can do, well, let's do 2, see what that looks like. And then we're gonna do 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. We could do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 3 again, and we can do 1, 2, 1. Yeah. So now let's just fill this up to height. We caught ourselves a squid. Nice. I guess that's an octopus, not a squid. Yeah, so now let's just kind of look at the shape, Yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't like this right here. This is like, see how this is like too straight? I don't like that, but like I said, I'm gonna take down this tree real quick, just because I feel like this tree is cramping the edge, and I feel like the river kind of gets a little too narrow right there. And so we're gonna take this one down, and we might, replant another big one like this. I really like these big spruce trees. I guess they're not technically spruce trees, but they give us spruce wood. They're also really satisfying to chop because you can just kind of spiral your way up and then just spiral your way back down, and you get a lot of wood from them, which is nice because I love building with spruce wood because I think it's just it's like warm, but it's not too strong of a color. It goes well with like almost any other color, and so yeah, it's just fantastic. I like almost primarily build with, well, I do build with spruce quite a bit, but I try to mix other colors in. But yeah, see, then you can just easily kind of spiral down like this. And then you've got a ton of wood. Like that tree right there gave us a stack and 12, so, or a stack and a little more than 12. Okay, let's see. Let's pull the boat back a little bit. Yeah, because see, we get really narrow right here. So let's widen this up. Oh, there's clay right there. Oh, I think I think I widened it first. Okay, so 1, 1. Let's do 2. Get rid of that. And then we can do 3. Cut right here. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Still got kind of a hard angle right here, so let's do that. And then I'm going to fill this in real quick. I'm going to leave that mossy cobblestone because it actually looks pretty good. So yeah, the The long plays are also kind of fun because I have to use, like, I don't use any special mods. Like in like normal builds and stuff, I'll use like Tweakaroo to play stuff faster. But it's just kind of fun to do the long plays where it's like completely organic. Yeah. See, now I'm not liking this right here. Let me fill this in completely though, and I'll be able to get a better view of it. But yeah, let's keep filling this in. So we're gonna go there, and then I'll need to get a bucket. Okay, that looks good. We should have enough dirt. Looking at how many stacks I have, I think we do have enough dirt, so that should be good. Oh. Oh yeah, I do have a bucket. Perfect. I think, oh yeah, the water's all good over here. Take these saplings because we'll probably end up replanting that tree. Because I did like having the tree there. It looked good. That's rooted dirt. We don't want that. Alright. Yeah, so, and I'll explain some kind of more as we look at the shape. And what we're looking for is we're trying to break up patterns, you know, like it's really easy for the eyes to pick out patterns. And we're trying to break up those patterns. And when we do that, things feel a little more natural and organic because the world is, you know, like we do see a lot of patterns, but there's also a lot of chaos in the world. And that's by, you know, design. In science, there's the concept of entropy that is basically saying it basically states that it's more probable for things to become disorganized than for them to spontaneously like organize themselves. So like things will naturally become disorganized without, you know, energy being spent to organize them. And so with nature, especially with like landlines like this, you know, rivers will follow the path of least resistance. And that's how they get their curves and all of that. And so that's how they are made. And it's a matter of, you know, chaos in a sense. It requires less energy, and so that's what's going to happen because it's the easiest thing for nature to do. It's also kind of annoying when those grasses come in. And we'll probably add a lot more, like at least in this area, like here out to there and through here. We'll probably decorate underwater too, because I think adding vegetation and other decorations underwater can do a lot to bring a river and a stream to life. I'll have to showcase. I'll probably also start making some videos where I showcase some of my other builds because I've got a couple builds where I have like streams and rivers running through them, and I put a lot of time into the decoration of those streams and rivers and just kind of making them look green and lush. Because like in nature, if you look at it, like wherever there's running water, there's usually thicker vegetation and it's greener. Ooh, we probably do not have enough dirt. We'll need to go get some more. But yeah, so that's just kind of how nature works. And so it's nice to make things look green and lush and all of that. And with this right here, so we've got, you know, this is normal dirt. And so this grass can slowly start spreading, and it's going to take ages for that to happen. But eventually, you know, we'll hopefully be able to get some grass in here, and we'll mix moss in as well. Okay, let's run into here to get some more dirt. Just because we probably, you know, we might actually keep expanding this world. We'll have to see how it goes. Most of my long play worlds, it's kind of just a one and done, and I've got nothing against that. It's nice, but this is one where I was like, it's getting long, let's double it up. And so we might actually, you know, have one that we continue to build in a little bit more and a little longer. And it is getting to be nighttime, so hopefully we can grab enough real quick to fill in. that area. Oh, hello, cow. What do we think? That's definitely not enough. I think once we get the shape of the land right, we'll probably move on to the dock. And we'll build the new dock because we've got plenty of wood for that. And then after building the new dock, then we might go back to the nether and grab those bones, because the bone meal will be very good for decorating underwater with all of the grasses and whatnot. Okay, let's head back and go to sleep. Yeah, there would definitely be a serious number of mobs out right now, but... Ooh, that looks really cool at night. It's very comforting, you know? You're like, oh no, it's dark. See, I can already tell, even in the darkness, this right here looks too blocky. It doesn't look naturally carved out, so we're going to have to look at that again once we finish filling it in, and then we can decide what changes we want to make. And who knows, maybe we'll get some books to put in there. We'll have to see. There's a couple villages, maybe we can raid one or something and grab some books from it. But first things first, let's finish filling this in, and then we can finish that one little curve of land. Yeah, let's do a long play. It's literally just like me filling in a river with dirt. Super exciting. Man, I really wish I had a silk touch. That would be awesome, because then I could just move a piece of grass around. Oh, there's a whole stack right there. I was like, is that seriously all the dirt I got? I thought I got more than that. Okay, hopefully this is enough to fill this in. Oh yeah, easily enough. Okay. And yeah, see, like, now we just have like this rough edge, and we'll have to smooth this out. It's also kind of cool. I might actually dig out some of that as well. Okay, so now let's come back here and look. And so see how we can see here, let me get in the boat so I'm not bobbing. So if we flip around now, see how we can see the landmass and it just jags out and then cuts way in? I feel like a normal river would kind of gradually open up and it wouldn't cut like that per se, especially when it's flowing, because it's going to cut into that. And so let's come here. Yeah, so see how we've got this right here? This is not working for me. So let's cut that. We can even, you know, cut it like that to make it gradually decrease. Okay, let's see what that looks like. That one is still jutting out a little more than I would like per se. But see how now we have this diagonal, which is what I'm kind of trying to avoid. So maybe we actually put this back and we add one like there and one there. I don't like that one. I like that. I think if we get rid of that, oops. I think if we get rid of this one right here, then it'll look good. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. I like that. It looks pretty natural for the most part. You know, obviously we're missing a lot of this that makes it look more natural, but we'll get there eventually. Or right now. Looks like we're doing some right now, so might as well finish it up a little bit. Just to kind of help ease the transition. And we'll probably make it a lot more gradual, like 1 block and then, you know, instead of 2 blocks. Okay, cool. So we have this rooted dirt now. And we can go get more because we've got that azalea tree right over there. So now I'm thinking, if this is how the river opens, we want a dock to be like right there. And honestly, I think we actually want it to go out that way with like what would be the flow of the river instead of this way cross flow. Yeah, I think we would want it to be like right here. So put the rooted dirt down because, you know, eventually we'll make a path with this over here. Okay, so we've got that. Let's just make a little crafting bench to throw down right here. And let's make a bunch of trap doors. Not gonna need any of those blocks. And then let's make a couple of stairs. And let's see where that gets us. So I feel like we should maybe start it here. That looks a little steep of a transition. Let's actually do this. Yeah, because then it's a little more gradual of a transition. And I feel like it should come up here to like the depth of that, you know? Like it should come, because like if we were going to fish off of this, we'd want to be fishing into where it's deep and not just like, oh, right here, you know, like we want to go out there. So I feel like this is sufficient because now we've got like this little landing area where it's like a little more shallow, but then we can still reach a fishing rod out there. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Just saw that over little overhang. Okay. So now idea. So this is a top slab, which means supports, we'd have to bottom slab it. No, wait, this is a bottom slab, which means we can build directly underneath it. Okay, good. That's what I wanted. Don't have a lot of fences, so let's make some of those. Let's see if it'll just be nice and pulled up for me right here, so I don't have to remember the recipe. 19, that should be sufficient. I'm thinking we carry these underneath, like here to here, and we kind of have the supports spread out a little bit, like a little bit wider of a base. Not right there. Yeah, we can leave that rock there. I actually kind of like that rock. I'll probably actually, you know, put some slabs around it to make it a little more realistic. Okay, so we've got that one there, and let's see how maybe that looks. Ooh, I actually quite like that. Although I feel like if I do that, I've got to do it on the other side. So I think we're gonna change things up a little bit. Do that there. Do the fence gates right here. Instead of having them just on the end like that. Oh no, I keep missing it. I was like, why is this taking so long? No, it's because you're missing it. Sorry, sometimes when I'm like thinking through an idea, it's really hard to speak at the same time. Okay, so we go that there, and then we build this one up, and then if we put reverse stairs on this side, let's see how this looks. Yeah, see, that looks normal. Like, that looks like it's sufficiently supporting it. And then we could probably put the other one, like, here, per se. And then I am going to fill this in with dirt, so... Where'd my stairs go? They're there. Okay. This may look funny because it may not be in the right position. And if so, that's okay. We can fix it. But, you know, I just want to get this down so we can get a look at it. I almost feel like I need to add one more right there to give it some more overhang. I like where that is, and now I feel like I also need to pull this back too. Yeah, I feel like I do. Okay. We'll leave that there. We'll go to sleep and we'll come look at it in the morning. See, like that little overhang. That looks really good. Okay. New day. Let's see what there is to do. So we've got this. And I'll get some of these puzzles too and mix them in if I can. Actually, I think I need Silk Touch for those, so that may not happen. Okay. How many blocks is this? Yeah, so see how that's 3, and then we have this. So I think if we go here, and then go here, maybe if we put like stairs right there, that'll look a little better. Walk out here. Whoa. How'd that get way out there? And then, yeah, I think an overhang right there. Let's dive in and grab that. Yeah, see, that looks much more balanced right there. And now we've got a 1 overhang there before we connect. So now that looks very, it's like it looks symmetrical. And this is a case where like symmetry for support isn't necessarily bad. We can texture it to break up some of the symmetry. But, you know, like in our brains looking at this bridge, we're like, oh, that bridge is satisfying because there's a 1 here, 1 here, and then it connects on this side and ends over here. But the bridge itself is even. And that looks really good. So now we need to think of texturing. I'm thinking potentially campfires. I think campfires will add some good texture to this. And then I think fencing, I'm not going to use this. I might do some iron fence. I think trap doors flipped up, but oak ones would look good because, you know, and like not every space, maybe like every other space. I think that'll look good. So let's see how much oak we have. Decent amount. Oh, we've already got some planks here. Perfect. We'll take those. And then for campfires, we're going to need sticks, which we have plenty of, logs, which we have no shortage of, and coal or charcoal, which we have plenty of. Perfect. Let's craft those up. So let's see, it's 3 on the bottom, one of those, and then 3 sticks. 10 should be just fine. We'll put that back for now. Okay, so let's see if we go here, and this will also introduce like a lighter color. Ooh, see, like those are like perfect height. And so I think mixing some of these in would look really good. You know, just to give it some variation. Ow. And if you didn't know, when you place these, if you hit them with a shovel, if you right-click them, then they go out. So you don't take damage like I just did. Yeah, see, now look at this, gives it a little more. It's almost like there's a pattern through here, you know? Once again, you see your eye recognizes patterns, and so you need to try and break those up. I don't think I like the placement of these two. Oh, I forgot you can't do that. No, let's go make some more. If we take this here and change those like that, I think that'll look good. How many do I have? Oh, I have 2. Perfect. There and there, there and there. Yeah. So that kind of makes it, it breaks it up and it makes it look a little bit more weathered, you know? Because I mean, like, if you look at docks, they're out on the wet water and with wind and rain and all of that. And so, yeah, they get weathered over time. And so that helps add that little effect of like, oh yeah, this is an older weathered dock. We could even, let's give, actually we probably only need 6. Let's give this a try too. No, let's see. Let's get those. Yeah, let's give this a try too, because I think even breaking up some of the spruce color will help, you know, add a little more character to this dock. So now looking at it, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And yeah, we'll definitely have to, we'll come under here and we'll have to change some of these with our oak wood. Swap out maybe a couple of those stairs and whatnot just to make everything look a little more weathered, beaten up. Yeah, that looks good. I'm liking that. Okay, so now for this, I'm going to get, let's use the netherrack because that'll be easy. If we go there, wait a minute, that's too high. We want to go there, maybe there, there for now. Just because we're trying to get a feel for how this looks. Interesting, okay. I wonder what one will look like right there. Maybe do a double here. And a double here too. You know, the idea of having something on this level, like not the netherrack obviously, but maybe having like it drop down from where the boat pulls up next to, actually sounds pretty like a good idea. Although if I think about it, you know, you'd probably want your boat to be on the inside over here. So maybe like right here, we can have like a little step down and that's where we'll park the boat. But yeah, I'm liking that. you know, break up some symmetry, some differences of color. We'll get some of these replaced. We'll go do that right now. But yeah, see, it's just giving some character to this dock, so it's not so just, you know, symmetric and whatnot. Let's see. I know we had oak. Okay, so we need some stairs. That should be enough. And then I don't think I have any string. No, I don't. So if I can get some string somehow, that would also be awesome. One, because I think it'd be fun to have a fishing rod to go fishing off that. But two, also because you can use that to stop certain items from, like, plants from growing. Let's do this one. Maybe even this one. Oh, fences. That was the other thing I was going to try to replace it with. Honestly, I think the fences are fine, just leaving those. I don't want it to be too much. Alrighty. Let's bring our little boat around. I like how I have all these spruce trapdoors because I thought I was going to make the dock out of spruce trapdoors, and I totally didn't. Yeah, maybe like right here in this gap, we add a step down. So, you know, we can more easily get into our boats. You know, so like you pull the boat up right here, and then you can just walk off. I actually really like that, you know? Like, oh yeah, the boat goes right here, and then we can go out here to fish. That's awesome. I really like that. Alrighty. Sorry, I had to take a quick break right there. But yeah, dock, I would consider done. So let's go put a bunch of these resources back. Actually, we'll keep you and you. I don't need you. Oh, that's wrong chest. Don't need you or 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 you. We will take wood with us to the nether. And we'll leave those there. That shall go there. We'll keep those with us. Because I want to go grab the bone blocks real quick. Even if we can only get a couple will be great for our decorating. So make a boat real quick because we'll need one to get off the edge in the nether. And then we'll take that. We've got some wood. And we'll use our newly made dock and head back to the portal. I'm trying to think of how I can get string too. An abandoned mine shaft is our best bet. And I don't remember finding one in this world. Or was there one way down? Because I remember I explored a lot in this world and like couldn't find diamonds or anything. I feel like I spent too much time exploring caves in these long plays and not quite enough time building. Ooh, we had some snow-capped mountains over there. Although it doesn't look like they're actually mountains. Alright, back to the nether. For bone. So we went this way. And then we went this way. The nether is like incredibly peaceful when you're on peaceful because pretty much every single mob in the nether is hostile. except for the striders. And so that's literally all that there is striders. Okay, so if I place this here, and if I go off the edge, yeah, okay, so that's over land. That's what we're looking for. Perfect. Probably don't need any more of this, but we'll just grab a couple more. That's a huge vein. We are going to need a lot more netherrack, though, to build back up to that ledge that we just jumped off. And so we'll grab a little bit more of that. Okay, so we got a lot of bone in sight now. We got bone there, bone up there, bone right there. And yeah, it's also very safe to go pretty much everywhere now in the nether because there are no hostile mobs. Also, these blocks are so satisfying to break. They like kind of remind me of like I think they're called like marimbas. Those like ooh, that could have been bad. But like those like pianos, but not pianos. It's like a wooden xylophone. Okay, so now we can go up here. Should probably mark this. Go that way. That'd be really unfortunate if we got lost in here. Oh, still get eerie noises. Now we just know that they don't mean anything bad because there's no bad mobs here. Okay, let's put these right there. So we have 17, which each one gives me 9, is it? Yeah. So 90 bone meal. That's a lot. Okay, so that's a relatively safe fall. We'll grab this one and that next one right up over there, and that should be sufficient for our needs. Ah, nothing like running on soul sand. Okay, that should be plenty. Quick trip into the nether. Nice and peaceful. So fast. So incredibly fast. Alrighty. Back here, we went up here because we can't make that jump. Avoid that pitfall. You know, I don't know if we're going to use this, but it's right here. We might as well just grab a little bit. It's also funny too, because normally like in my single player worlds and non-long plays, I put my sword in my first spot. But on these ones, because I don't have to fight anything, I switch it for my axe. Okay, right here should be good. Stacking up. It's kind of mesmerizing staring at the lava with shaders like this. Makes it really easy to see the animation looping. Ah, nailed it. Good job. Okay, go back this way. Once again, don't know if we'll use it, but we're right here, and this is really easy to get. So we might as well get some. If we end up deciding to use it and need more, we'll come back, but at least we have it so we can try it out and see how it looks. Alright, so next up what we need to do is we need to make the terrain under the river look a little better. Then we need to collect some cobblestone, some more mossy cobblestone. And we can start decorating the river and the surrounding area. And we also need some shrubbery. Kind of always get a little lag spike when we come back. Interesting. I don't think I have my shears on me. Oh, I do. Perfect. Ooh, yeah, Minecraft music. Let's go. Hot take, but I actually really enjoy the Minecraft music. I know a lot of people hate it, but I really enjoy it. That's pretty cool. I haven't really explored this world a whole lot. Some more flowers. Okay, let's grab... I feel like I'm going to want more oak. And... wow, I'm totally blanking birch. I was like, what is this tree called? It's a birch tree. That's what it is. I do want the birch leaves. I don't think I have any of those leaves. Oh, guess that's all the leaves I'm getting from here right now. We'll chop down another 2 or 3 trees. And then we need to get even more dirt. Always a dirt shortage, especially when you're terraforming. This is when, you know, the efficiency enchantments really make a difference, because it just saves you so much time and all of your dirt collecting and grass collecting, so you don't have to wait for it to grow. Like if we had efficiency and, or I guess grass collecting is just the speed, but we need silk touch for that as well. But that would be so nice to use that instead of having to wait for all that grass to grow. Because whenever we come, or at least when we go into the nether, it is no longer loading. It should be loaded over there, because I think I'm on a simulation distance and a render distance of like 30 chunks or something like that. So it should all still be working and whatnot. Nice scenic row across the river. There's that azalea tree. Yeah, I think I'm going to take all of that out right there and use that over here. And there we go. Home sweet home. Oh wow, this grass is actually spreading pretty fast. I mean, just in this time, it's gone from way over there to right here. That's awesome. Okay. Let's put the organics there. The wood here. The stones there. That's a wood. So is that. Call that a stone. Doesn't go in there. I'm gonna need this stuff anyways. This little window. I know it's kind of weird that it's up that high, but just given how I built the roof, it's the only place we could put a window. Not that it's like essential to have one in here anyways. It would be nice to get some books in there though, because that's looking quite bare. All right, let's do half of these to stairs and the rest to slabs. Put this in organics. And the reason we've got those stairs and slabs is those will be for rock decorations. And then let's go here. bone meal that. Perfect. And yes, I do know that I just lost dirt on that. I understand that. That's not the end of the world. Because one, I'm going to go collect more anyways, and two, I do want the moss because I'll be using moss. And I do want there to be moss in this area. You know, I just kind of want it to be patchy like that. So like now I can come over here and throw some moss around here and whatnot. You know, even this is probably too thick. I'm trying to think of how I can blend this border right here. Because I can't pick up the puzzle. And so I'm not quite sure how I'll do that transition. Ooh, those are kind of a bit different of greens. We'll see how it looks. I might end up hating it and just have a bunch of moss for no reason, or I might end up really liking it. You know, we kind of gotta let it grow in to see. All right, this is going to be a mossy cobblestone and dirt collection. And that's the downside to also this kind of more long play style with commentary is you do see a lot more of me collecting resources, whereas the series, the single player series, is a lot more just the building and talking about, you know, some stylistic choices. And I think in that one, I'm not gonna necessarily narrate as much as to the design process. I'm more just gonna kind of talk about, you know, kind of some of the inspiration, some of the techniques, but it won't be like a, here's how I designed this. It'll be like a, hey, I designed this building and here's how it fits into this single player world with all the other things that I've built in it. And who knows, maybe eventually we'll have a, you know, some videos where it's like me actually designing a building and talking about, here, this is how I designed this. This was my thought process, because I think those are fun. I've watched several other YouTubers do videos like that, and they're very insightful, especially when you're learning how to build, trying to figure out new techniques and see how, you know, those techniques can be used. Oh, I do not want to go where there's water down there. So it's very useful to do that. And I would love to, you know, do some videos of that style. Is it just me, or is the puzzle's definitely faster? I think the puzzle's faster. Interesting. I don't think I knew that. I think 3 stacks will be enough. I'm going to kind of even this out just so it doesn't look super ugly when I've just kind of been hacking through here. But now that I kind of think the puzzle's faster, I am going to stick to the puzzle. That is good to know. Yeah, I probably won't build anything in this area, mainly just because it's also kind of become a hack away to get some quick resources close by. Just because I don't want to have to travel super far away to get resources, because I feel like that's just a waste of time for a video. Okay, how much? We're not even at 1 stack yet. So if we dig this whole area out, see how much this gives us. See, now this is where I could really use a Minecraft song. I think there's a mod where you can control the frequency of Minecraft music. I should really look into that. Especially some of the newer songs. Love those ones. And then they have the, they've got the lo-fi remixes of some of the newer songs. And oh, I love those. I listen to those all the time. Alright. 3 stacks. That's going to bother me, so we'll fill it in. Let's head back. So I'm not going to put too much attention into the underwater area, just because, you know, it's not like people are like, wow, look at that underwater. And I don't want the video to run too long. But, you know, like, I think it's important that it makes sense. So, you know, like, and like you can have some overhangs, but none of this area is probably big enough to the point where you can have a lot of overhang. But so yeah, just kind of going through, filling it in like this. I think especially filling in this area, because this is kind of like a like how they have like sandbars in the ocean. This is kind of something like that. And that rock actually looks really good right there, but we're gonna make some edits to it just because it's a little too jagged. Was there a fish I just saw right over here? Or is it just the boat? I thought it was a fish. Interesting. Alrighty. Yeah, so like this transition right here is honestly fine. I'm fine with this. How it's just like one straight down. I think that looks just fine. So we're not going to need to do a whole lot there. Maybe extend that out a little bit. And then it is kind of cool how it kind of now tapers and drops off the edge right there. The sand, don't know how I feel about that yet. I think we'll leave it for now. So now what we can do is we can go through and this is coming in quite thick. Intentionally so. We can thin it out later. But just going through, bone mealing, and adding vegetation. This will make a huge difference in like how alive the lake feels. And then we'll go through and we'll add some rocks in. Oh, there were fish over here. Okay, I'm not going insane. That's reassuring. I was like, I swear I could have seen some salmon. It's like this looks pretty bare. And right here. And right here. And this is also going to be really thick. And we'll put rocks and stuff down there. But like, now just kind of looking at that, that looks like so much more alive than it did before. So we'll need to go put some more over there. And we'll put some rocks in, we'll thin some of that out. But that just looks so much more interesting than kind of just some dirt and all of that. Oh, I forgot about this. Let's fill this in. Yeah, you can see how fast the grass is spreading. Maybe what I'll do is while I'm waiting is I'll just kind of make some cuts into this puzzle and fill these in with dirt so that the grass will naturally grow in and kind of help the transition. I think I just heard the Wandering Trader. Yep, there he is. Because I can't pick up the puzzle, which is really unfortunate, but I think adding these streaks will help kind of show the blend between the two. And I can even use the moss. That's another thing we can use the moss for, is that transition. That's actually looking pretty good. Nice little change up of pace. I don't like this stone. This needs to go. Now that I've edited that terrain, that needs to be changed. And now it's time for bed. All right, tomorrow in this game, we will work on rocks. I probably need some regular cobblestone too. We'll see how much I have. Just because it's nice to have a mix of regular cobblestone and normal stone, because not everything's mossy under the water. 38. That's not a lot. That's okay though, because we're not going to use a lot of it. Call that good for now. Curious what the wandering trader is selling, not because I have any emeralds, because I don't have any emeralds, but we'll see what he's selling. Ooh. Mango propagules. I have no idea what I would use redwood for. Where's my... Yeah, see, we can't even buy it. Alright. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Alright. So let's look at rocks. So this rock is fine and all, but we're gonna make the transition a little better by adding that. We're gonna replace this with a cobblestone and that right there. And there we go. Looks much better. We could probably put some big jagged ones down there, but we're gonna avoid that for now. And then we can, we can come down here, we can break some of this up. We'll put one right here. And it looks a little thick right here, so we can put one there. And the same thing here, we can put a stair here. Maybe put a slab there, a slab here, and a slab there. Let's go stair here, stair there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Put that there. And like the other thing you can do is you can even like break up some of these and do, like some submerged half slabs. And this kind of helps, with the shoreline as well. Like this one where it's still kind of hard. Maybe we'll do that. And along here we can put some, you can even do like steps and whatnot and have those. Oopsies. And do like kind of like transitions like this. Or it kind of looks like it's like a stony edge. Honestly, I don't really like the shape of that, but we'll leave it for now. But yeah, see, now we have a lot more life. We've got some rocks we can look at, and these are a little too even. So I'm going to come in and punch some of them out just to break them up. Because once again, we're trying to break patterns. Because our eye recognizes patterns, and when we see patterns, we're like, oh, that's not normal. There's not necessarily patterns like that in nature. And so when we come in and punch a bunch of these out, or we start to break up those patterns. And these are, these are the non-natural patterns. Because it's like I said, the bridge, you want to look symmetrical, because symmetrical, as in like where the weight would be distributed, looks normal. Like that looks correct to our eyes. We see that and we're like, ah, yes, like a bridge, it has to be structurally sound. Like we look at this bridge, and it's even on both sides. But then we change the pattern with the campfires and the changing colors and the uneven fences, and that makes us feel like, oh, okay, this is not just some normal, boring pattern. Alrighty. Let's take a look at that now. Yeah, see? Much less pattern, more scattered, looks a lot more normal. I kind of really want to go build a big rock down here. I just feel like that will look really good. So excuse me, salmon, but you're in my way. And it's like I said, obviously there's a lot more detailing that we could do. I was like, why can't I place that there? Salmon was in the way. There's a lot more we could do if, you know, we wanted to take a ton of time to do it. And this is going to be, you know, this isn't going to be like a full, complete project. You know, if I were to truly detail all the aspects of this, it would take me much longer than kind of what we're doing right now. Let's go that there. You can go there and there. We'll put that there. That'd be embarrassing if I died in a creative or a peaceful. So like in this case right here, I haven't put in any normal cobblestone. I will in a second. But I'm going to put a slab there because once again, it breaks up the evenness because you can only go every block, but that's a block and a half. So it breaks it up to your eye and now it looks different. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. Like same thing, I can put that there and that just gives it a little bit more of height. That's a little more interesting. He's just chilling under that tree, isn't he? Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Nice little rock down there, kind of like some sort of monument. I like that. And I was mostly focusing, you know, on this area right here because this is what we'll see the most of. The rest of this kind of fades into the background, but that we'll see a lot of. All right, the grass is making good progress. We're happy with that. Next thing we need to do is work on kind of that back area. We'll add some bushes over here too. I don't like these. Don't like their position. And I don't like this. So we're going to take this down. Those ones actually look really good right there. I'm not opposed to the rocks. I am a big fan of rocks. But I just don't quite like, if we can connect these, that breaks up that. Because this will eventually, we can get grass over there. That's good. We are also going to need the rooted dirt to go out over here for our pathway to our dock. Perfect. Another thing to do is just don't go in straight lines, you know. Instead of just going whoop, right to that, you just make it curve a little bit. Breaks up those monotonous lines. All right, let's see if this is a thunderstorm. Just see if it is, we can go to bed. Okay, so back here, it's awkwardly a little lower. I'm honestly not a fan of that, so we're going to dig a big chunk of this out. And we're going to redo these bushes. Where's the nearest grass? Right there. Okay. Let's sneak some grass over here. There you go. Let's sneak some grass back here. That'll be nice. We can also sneak it right here. Because the puzzle's actually nice. Like, I actually do like the puzzle. but sneaking some grass in there will be nice too. Do we have any more rooted dirt? We do not, so we're gonna have to collect that. And then I also need shears. Okay, I got more iron, good. And I have a bunch of stuff in here that I don't necessarily need. I'm not gonna need that or that much of that. I'll just get rid of you. Call that good. I honestly do like that. I'm going to leave that for now. But I am going to continue to dig this out. Just because it feels a little cramped. And it is nighttime. So I will finish this little section right here. I do want that little bush, because I actually like those fit really well in this area. So see how this is a straight line? We'll fix that in the morning, because straight lines like that are not natural. Alright, hopefully the rain stops. And it did. Awesome. Okay, so that's where rooted dirt will be. This will all become grass eventually. This straight line. So we have a tree here, and we have a tree here and here. If we cut this tree down, we can still replant one, but then we can start feathering this back earlier to help with that transition. It still looks pretty straight, so we can probably get away with that. And then that. Yeah, that looks fine. Also, this is my makeshift composter for now. Nice, simple little contraption I made. It'd be really cool to put like a waterfall back here eventually with like a little stream that flows out here, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. I honestly think that these little bushes right here look really good. Like, I think these are fine. And I think over here it looks pretty natural. This rock doesn't look super natural, so we'll tear this one out. And we will redo it. Make it look a little more natural. Fill this in with dirt. But for now, let's go get the rooted dirt. And where did my boat go? I don't know where my boat went. But let's go get the rooted dirt. So we can finish up our little path from the house to the dock. Another fun thing to, if we had it, would be bamboo. Bamboo is great for decorations, but I do not know where any is in this world, so I have apparently. Oh no, I haven't dug a ton of the rooted dirt. That's good. I really need something in my offhand. Or I'll just put it right there. How much is that? 36. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, I think. Yeah, okay, we got a full stack. Nice. And we don't fall down that. That would be bad. But we do dig ourselves out. And we'll just stack out of here for now. Yeah, we can't leave that. That'd be a cardinal sin of Minecraft. I do want those leaves, though. There's 2 more missed. Awkward. What do we not care about? We don't care about salmon or seeds. We do very much care about these leaves, though. Why? Because they're different colored leaves, and in our area where we mostly have spruce leaves, it'll be nice to have a change of color of leaves. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. We're already running at about an hour and a half, and so I'll probably just fix up 1 or 2 or 3 things, and then call it good for this one. And then I'll probably, maybe even fix a couple more off camera, especially let this grass grow in and kind of showcase, like, hey, we were talking about doing X and Y and Z. This is what I did. This is what the world now looks like, and just kind of showcase. I think that'd be super fun. Nice, now we got our little path over there. Perfect. I really need to free up inventory space. So we don't really want any more of those. We do want these. We'll take some of those and these. We want those ones. We don't want that. We've got plenty of dirt in our inventory. Don't need any more wood. I'll take the birch leaves too. Okay. So I think those ones look fine. I honestly think, are these the spruce? Those are the oak. I guess they do kind of change their color to fit. Kind of. I know a lot of people. What did I do with my shears? How did I put my shears away? Let me grab this real quick. I know a lot of people like mixed leaf types, honestly. I think it can look good. Like, it definitely can look good, but I think it takes a lot of time to blend leaf types properly. And so, like, for a case like this, I'm just going to stick with just the azaleas. Just because they're much easier to blend, properly when I put the flowering one right there. Then we have 2 different types of bushes. We could probably, I think another bush right here would look good, so we can do the birch. Kind of growing over all of this. And so with bushes, what I try to do is I'm kind of trying to fill in gaps, So like here we kind of got a little bit of a gap with some podzol and some grass. So maybe right here we do one of these guys. And I kind of use it to just kind of guide where we're going. Like right here, this is really empty. So, let's stick a little rock right here. So we'll swap all these out. And boom, little rock. And it looks a lot more organic than kind of those just that like shoot up. And you can even just like be like, boop, little rock there, you know. And over here where it's, you know, very green, don't know why those didn't mix, we can put, you know, like an azalea here and there. Or maybe to break it up, we put that one there. You know, we put one right here. And so I'm just kind of, you know, trying to break up some of the monotony. I mean, I can even grab a lot of this grass that's out here. And then I'll take these ferns, I guess is what they are. And we'll come back with these ferns. You know, we can place these ferns out over here. And I'll go grab some like grass too to mix in. But, you know, it just, we want to put it where we wouldn't be walking. So like we're normally walking here, so obviously it makes no sense to have grass or anything here. But like out here, oh, around. But like out here, yeah, it makes total sense that there will be grass and ferns out here, little bushes and whatnot. And like right here, if we walk through right here, you know, it makes sense. Hey, there's probably to be a bush there. And when we come out right here, we should probably put a bush right here. And where else could we put a bush? You know, I'd like to see, we got a rock there, maybe we put a bush right there. You know, we should probably get rid of this stuff because we'll be walking right here. And so it doesn't make sense for that to be there. But we should probably fill this in with grass too. So let's do that. Let's go grab some grass. Once it becomes nighttime, we'll go grab some grass and some ferns, and we'll kind of place those throughout. And we'll call this video good. So we'll just play the game of when is it actually night because my shaders make it seem darker. It's funny how the lanterns wave with the shaders, even though, you know, I'm indoors and there's no open window. So we'll come across this water. I'm going to leave all these ferns right here because these actually look pretty good. So we're going to go deeper back in where you can't see it. And we'll get a whole bunch of ferns and grass. A stack or so each. Maybe a little less should be more than enough. Where it is, where's the grass? There we go, a short grass. $34 ferns, that's fine. So now we just need to find grass, which I think is a lot more scarce in this biome. But as we come over here, or maybe it's just the taigas that they're, I think it's just the taigas, there's a lot more ferns. So we'll have to run around a little more to get grass. Those are all ferns, that's grass. Grass. Taller ferns. I don't know if I can pick up the taller ferns. I don't think you can. That's a bummer. So a lot of times when I'm in creative, adding like some tall grass somewhere looks very, very good. And so I do like to add the taller ones if I can, but I don't know how to. Maybe Silk Touch, but I don't even know if Silk Touch will do that. And then I do have the berry bushes too, so I'll probably scatter some of those throughout as well, just because berry bushes do look good scattered throughout. Can he make it? Nope, so I do not parkour. Wasn't even close. I don't even think I jumped. I think I just fell straight in. Grass. And because we're over there and we won't see this over here, I don't feel guilty stealing some grass from over here. Hello, Mr. Fox. What do you say? All right, that should be good. So now we come back down here. And we can plant, you know, I like to go a little thicker than maybe some people do with their grasses and their ferns and whatnot. Just because I like it, it just feels a lot more immersive to me when it's a little thicker. And so, you know, like right here, yeah, like this would be relatively thick. Same with this right here, because you know, we're not walking around here, so this isn't going to be like trampled down by us. This is going to all be kind of overgrown, because this is where we'd be walking through. And I just now realized that I have a bunch of bone meal that I can use for all of this. Wow. Let's grab some of that. I've also been holding lanterns in my offhand for quite some time. 64. Put those back, put that there. Yeah, so let's see how this works. So like, boom. Yeah, so now we get some taller grass. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And once again, this can also come in pretty thick, so you can go through, you know, and thin it out. Same thing here, you know. Oh, it's just grass you can do that on. Bummer. Hasn't spread anywhere else. I guess we can do it on some of these ferns, because we got plenty to spare now. I feel like there needs to be one right there. Boom. I guess the grass also isn't going to jump this either, because that is now no longer regular dirt. Okay, we'll let that cross real quick, and then we can refill it. And has this grown at all? No, this hasn't grown at all. That's unfortunate. So let's make some of these taller. Just because they're a little further away. You know, not as touched, they're a little more overgrown. Especially like these right here, like these seem like they should be like weeds, you know, so we'll make those nice and tall. But then, yeah, you got this nice little area where we can walk. And then we've got our little entrance right here into the house. I do need to replant that tree. Let's do that real quick. I do like that tree being there. Walk out to our little bridge. Nice little, I guess it's a fishing dock, not a bridge. We did not get to building that bridge right there, so maybe I'll add that off camera and then upload a video later of me kind of touring the changes I've made. But last thing, let's just plant this last tree right here, and we'll bone meal it to grow it. And then I think that'll be a good stopping point for this video. That way it won't be too long. And it's been fun to do a long play with commentary. And I think in the future what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to just start recording them with and without commentary. And some of them I'll release with commentary, some I'll release without. And the ones I release without, maybe later on, you know, I'll release a commentary version of that same long play. There we go. Nice tree. But yeah, there you have it. So let's go into free cam and look over what we did. So we have reshaped this area right here, and then we've kind of tapered it off to fit the terrain. We have added some vegetation and some rocks. We built this nice fishing dock, and you know, we talked about the importance of the bridge is balanced structurally wise, but texture wise it's broken up, so now it's really interesting to the eye and it's not, you know, just boring and repetitive. And then we've added some foliage, this path, cleared up the back here a little bit. And then, we've talked about how I might keep working on this and then showcase it a little bit later. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, as I'll be trying to do more content and your subscriptions help. And I'll see you guys in the next one.